Welcome everyone to Enlightened World Network. I'm Sue Sekoff, and I'm happy to be here today with the beautiful Keira Lani. She will be presenting a third eye chakra activation and meditation, and we're looking forward to it. We're delighted to have Keira back on EWN for our show, A Meditation a Day. Thank you, Keira, for joining us.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here. And thank you so much to our audience. If you're out there watching, let us know. Let us know how you receive the teaching today. I'm going to be sharing today a physiological practice that I actually learned from reading one of Dr. Joe Dispenza's books. And so I apply it through my own training in breath work. And as I was preparing for this practice, because I work with a lot of people in opening your spiritual gifts, and I realized that a lot of people feel in some ways shut down. And there are many reasons that we might close ourselves off to communicating with the unseen realms. This is really what happens when we activate the spiritual gifts is we open to communications in the telepathic, in the spiritual realms, with loved ones from the other side of life, with spiritual guides. Myself, I communicate a lot with trees and plants because they also hold sentience. And so our dominant paradigm of our society and our dominant scientific paradigm is of materialism, that what we can see and feel physically is all of reality. And I'm so excited to really dive deep into what we know here in the Enlightened World Network community is equally real and alive. And yet, so many of us, as I was saying, are closed off. And I feel this is an opportunity to really connect to what is alive within you through this practice. So I'll just say that much. I feel like there's a whole conversation around our patriarchal society that we could have around this. And there's a whole nother conversation that could be opened up that I'd love to have with you if you want to reach out with me, if you feel that you need more assistance with this process of opening to your spiritual gifts. And so, with that being said, I would just want to explain a little bit of the technology that I'm bringing today. And I keep adjusting my camera because I'm bothered by the fact that I left a toothpick on my altar. So I'm just going to move it and stop being bothered. Probably nobody else was noticing but me. And I wore this play everyday shirt because I want you to approach this practice as a playing with the energies today. And so we're going to start. This is a very simple and yet very detailed breath practice that we're going to do today. And so I'm just going to explain it before we go into the actual meditation. And hopefully, for those of you that were wondering about the time and trying to get here live, all of this conversation has allowed you to arrive just in time to receive the practice. So, this is the foundation of any breathwork practice that I will ever present to you is a deep, slow belly breath. In different traditions, this is called natural breath or yoga breath or belly breath. And this is going to be the breath that you see a baby or a sleeping person breathing into the belly. Just like I was saying about accessing our spiritual gifts, sometimes accessing belly breath is challenging because we've been trained to not show our breath, to not show our humanity. Like we want to hide our senses, our sense. Yes, and our senses, our awareness. We want to cover up our natural aromas. We want to cover up, and so I'm showing myself here completely clear and clean of any coverings, any masks that I may wear. And I'm not against painting my face and dressing up my hair and being presenting myself in a certain way. And I'm very much about showing ourselves as we truly are, getting to know ourselves as we truly are. And so that's what belly breath is. It's our access point to allowing ourselves to receive the fullness of the breath. The natural mechanism of the breath, the primary muscle of breathing is the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a muscle that's at the excuse me, at the base of the rib cage that connects from the entire, so imagine that this is the shape of the ribs from below. The entire rib cage, front and back, is connected to a tendon at the center, right at the center of the space between your lungs and your digestive organs is the diaphragm. And so we get trained to not expand our belly because we want to be slim and looking a certain way. So we start using accessory breathing muscles in between our ribs and connecting our ribs to our neck. And this can contribute greatly to pain and tension in the shoulders and neck. And so we're going to start and always return to slow, deep belly breath where we allow the diaphragm to drop down. And this actually assists with the movement of the digestion and elimination. So it assists with moving the food through us in a natural way. And then the exhale is a relaxed releasing of the abdomen back towards the spine. So as I continue describing the breath work, begin to drop into this slow, deep belly breath. This is where we're going to rest for a while, feeling the breath, receiving the breath into the lowest part of the abdomen first. You may want to rest your hands lightly on your lower abdomen and breathe the breath into your hands. If it feels unnatural, you may like to even use your abdomen to press out and allow space for the diaphragm to drop down into the lower abdomen. And notice how even as you're just bringing your awareness to bringing the breath to the lower abdomen, it naturally starts to bring your awareness into a softened place where the mind chatter naturally drops away and the awareness is focused on the breath. After we come into this belly breath for a time, at some point, I'm going to invite you into one reverse abdominal breath. So when we do the reverse abdominal breath, we'll be holding the abdomen in towards the spine, which is the natural place for it to be at the exhale, and breathing with the abdomen held in brings the energy up the spine and to the third eye. So as you continue focusing for now on expanding the abdomen a bit more with each inhale and relaxing a bit more with each exhale, I'm going to talk for a moment about the pineal gland, which is the physical pinpoint of the third eye center. The pineal gland is actually a tiny microscopic cluster of crystalline structures shaped much like a pine cone, and this is where the pineal gland gets its name. So as you continue to allow the breath to fill up the lower abdomen, expanding the belly, relaxing the shoulders and the neck as each exhale softens you deeper into the focus of your awareness. Visualize this tiny crystalline structure at the center of your brain. It doesn't matter if you know exactly where it is, just visualize it at the center of what you know as your third eye center, the space between your eyes and ears, the center of insight and wisdom in your brain. And I'm going to add in one more concept here, which is the cerebrospinal fluid. You have in your body a natural cycle that lasts for about 6 seconds, where the fluid that is housed in your spine, in your brain, in your central nervous system, flows naturally from your brain to your sacrum and back. That's why it's called cerebrospinal fluid. The sacrum is the lowest terminus of the spine, terminating in the tailbone. The tailbone is actually several little vertebrae. The sacrum is actually 7 fused vertebrae that have become flat at the base of the spine to allow your legs to carry you through life. And so now feel as if you're taking your deep breath not just to the lowest part of your abdomen, but down into the lowest part of your spine, the base of your spine, the sacrum and tailbone. And feel the exhale flowing that energy through the spine to the brain. So begin to feel a connection between your breath and the fluid that moves from your brain through your spine to activate your entire nervous system. Continuing to allow the fullness of the breath to flow in through the nostrils, down through the throat, filling up the lungs as the diaphragm drops down to gently massage the abdominal organs, feeling that nourishment of the breath all the way down to the base of the spine. And with each exhale, that energy flows back as the abdomen relaxes towards the spine. Feel that this focus on the breath is bringing your spiritual body into your physical body, bringing your thinking, feeling body into your physical senses, and bringing that physical sensation of being into connection with the emotional thinking state and the most spiritual ethereal state, which we can call the dream state, for lack of better words. And not yet, but when I tell you, we're going to take a pause on one of our exhales, pressing all of the air out fully so that we can do that in reverse abdominal breath that I spoke of earlier. And when we take this reverse abdominal breath, there's also going to be a breath hold before we release. And when we complete each cycle of reverse abdominal breath, it will be just one breath. And when we have the space between, they will be filled with deep, slow abdominal breath. So just receive my words with your bodies knowing how to breathe. Don't overthink it. I will guide you all the way through, and I will leave quiet time between for you to listen with your subtle awareness, for you to see with your inner eyes, hear with your inner ears, connect to whatever subtle messages are coming to you in whatever form they do. So when we take these times of silence, I'm inviting you into receiving the messages in whatever form they come. You may see images, you may hear words, you may feel sensations, smell unknown, unexplained aromas. You may receive these messages in a way that you aren't sure what exactly is being shown to you. So I'm inviting that through the process of focusing on the breath, you can take the translating mind out and just receive for a time directly as the messages come to you. All right, so now dropping in deeper with the breath. Imagine something greater is breathing into you, inflating you from within. All you need to do right now is open and receive the breath. Feel the breath filling up the lowest part of the abdomen, all the way down into the center of the pelvis, expanding even into the hip sockets, the lower back and sides of the body. Feel the breath filling up every part of your physical body, and with each exhale, Soften onto the nourishment of the breath. Feel the abdomen naturally floating back towards the spine. Feel the rib cage naturally settling onto the space that the lungs have left as they deflate. Feel the natural breath focus, bringing your awareness into a pinpoint, like a tiny blue sesame seed, witnessing the flow of the breath in and out of the body. Notice any parts of your physical body that may be chronically holding tension, and allow the breath into those places. Allow yourself to open, to receive breath into parts of you that you didn't know had contracted away from the breath, and allow the breath to soften with the exhale, feeling that tension flowing out with the breath, so that the next inhale is nourishing you even more deeply. And now, with the next exhale, press all of the breath out until there's nothing more to exhale, pressing your abdomen towards your spine, pressing it back as far as it goes, and hold the belly in as you inhale up your spine. Breathe it in, holding the belly in. Breathe in more. Take it in until you feel the cerebrospinal fluid moving up to pressurize the pineal gland. The pressure on the pineal gland as you hold the breath for a few seconds is lighting up that little tiny crystalline structure at the center of your third eye, literally lighting up your brain, lighting up your insight, lighting up your connection to spirit. Hold it for one more long second, and then as you exhale, relax the entire body, relax the belly, feel yourself settling. See, feel, sense those energies swirling through you, opening up your third eye to receive the insights and wisdom, the messages and visions that are for you in this moment, the communications with loved ones, whatever that is for you. Continue to receive it as you return to slow, deep belly breath. And we'll go another round. On your next exhale, press out all the breath. Press your belly towards your spine. And hold that belly in as you inhale up the spine from the core of the pelvis to the core of the brain. Hold it. Feel the pulsation at the center of your brain as the pineal gland lights up. See the portal opening as the veils are thin to communicate telepathically with those who cannot speak, to receive communication from those on the other side of life, to commune with beneficent guides. As you exhale, feel your entire body filled with the energy, softening. Continue to commune with those who are here to support you in your journey as you return to slow, deep belly breath. Receive a deep knowing that you are safe to open your centers of perception. You are protected in this space. Only beneficent guides are invited. Only communication that supports you on your journey. And now we'll do one more reverse abdominal breath. Taking the biggest belly breath yet. And then as you exhale, press it out. Hold the belly in and up as you breathe up the spine. Hold at the top. Hold. See that center pulsating with light, lighting you up from the inside and opening you to your true path and purpose. See it opening up before you clearly. And as you exhale, relaxing the entire body, welcome in the guidance of your next step on your personal path of purpose, of clarity, of vision. What did you come here into this physical reality to do, to experience, to activate for others, to participate in, to leave as a legacy? Allow yourself to integrate with slow, deep belly breath. all that you have been shown in this meditation. As you slowly come back, wiggle your fingers and toes. I'm sensing some of us aren't quite ready to come back. So take a moment to receive whatever you're needing from this moment, and know that you can come back into this space. You can do this practice for an extended time and receive a deeper connection. So now, as we close out this communication, we keep the portal open. Or rather, as we close the portal, we keep the connection open. The lines of communication are here for you. At the same time, we are sealing ourselves to be in a sovereign, autonomous state. So let's take a moment to seal in your energy, taking your physical or energetic arms wide, gathering any parts of you that may be on the other side back into your physical body. Knowing that the communication lines are open, we'll do that 3 times with 3 breaths, gathering from all around, drawing down the heavens, and sealing your spirit into your body so that you can be the most effective in your life. Welcoming in the presence of the divine to act through you, and sealing your energy field of any leaks that you may be most effective and efficient in your true work. And now bring your hands to your heart, feeling full presence in your body. Open your eyes. Welcome back. I would love to hear how that was for you.
Thank you. It was so lovely to have a break from the day and go in and do breath work. And um, I feel a lot more grounded. So thank you.
Wonderful. Let us know in the comments if you were here with us live or on the replay. We'd love to hear how that practice landed for you. How did you enjoy it? What did you receive? And how is it assisting you in your day moving forward? Thank
You
you
have,
so much, Sue.
thank you. You have such a graceful style of taking us deep and really powerful in terms of helping us transition and connect. I felt it. So thank you. And
Mhm.
it's set a new tone for the day. So that's lovely to look forward to.
Hmm. I love that. Thank you.
And it's always good to be with you. You have such beauty and wisdom to share. And I know, we live in a time where things move fast and you help slow us down today. So thank you for that.
Aw, that's so sweet. And yeah, have been told since I was young, before I became a yoga teacher or a massage therapist, qigong teacher, all the different paths that I've been down in my professional career. When I was a young mother in my 20s, people would tell me that I had a grounding influence on them. And I used to just laugh and say, well, I'm glad I could do that for you. Anyways. And I never felt it. And so I think it's really always was a true calling for me to become a teacher in this way, even before I knew it.
Well, if you think about it, your energy is connected to the earth, and that's grounding. So that's part of why you
Yeah.
bring us there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Deeply rooted.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So if you'd like, could you share a little bit about your work right now? What's happening?
Yeah, it's a very interesting time in my professional career right now because I this year has been a reintegration year for me after I experienced profound loss in my life. And I actually just finished, I no, it's not finished, but it's like in the finishing stages. I am in the process of finishing creating a new personal space. And I've been actually being very hands-on in my life, like literally building a room with my own hands, which I never knew I would suddenly decide to do at this stage in my life. And the entire time that I've been building this room, it's been very clear to me. I've been receiving very clear guidance that this is a part of the work that I'm doing for my clients and my teammates and my business, even though it feels like it's completely different. And so I'm really excited for the space that's opening up and the courses that are fulminating that aren't quite ready to be released, but they're coming really soon. And I am currently available for private one-on-one work with clients. If you're wanting to, there are clients come to me sometimes because they've been on this path a long time and wonder why they still aren't getting results. And I help them to just look at what is missing or what perspective shift is needed. How can they integrate these practices into their day-to-day life? Because sometimes we think, oh, I just need to meditate more. I just need to do more breath work. But really, what they need is to actually figure out how to integrate it so that it makes a difference in their day to day. How do I walk through my daily life while I'm still in this beautiful state that I got to enter into in my meditation? Or how can I come back to it more quickly when something throws me off, when I'm dealing with something really big in my life? And because I've walked with a lot of loss, that's another thing that I have helped a lot of my clients with is integrating um, actual loss or fear of loss. Sometimes the most challenging time is walking beside a loved one who's going through end of life times. And so that can be a really powerful opportunity. And I really love, as you could see from today's practice, working with people in opening up in a safe way to uh, their spiritual gifts. And if you have a great work that you're bringing into the world, opening up that creative portal. I don't talk about it as much as I've been talking about it more, but I haven't talked about it as much as maybe I should. But I am primarily an artist. So an artist in the sense of being a fiction writer and poet, a painter, and so I really think when I speak of myself as a healing artist, I really do think of it as artistry. I feel that the my background in theater and writing and poetry offers a unique flavor to the work that I do, as well as the unique way that I bring through my combination of yoga and qigong and breath work and time in nature that comes through. And so if you're wanting to connect more deeply with that unique flavor that you bring through, I would love to be by your side for that.
Mhm.
And I think that's my kind of meandering answer to today's
Well, thank you.
inquiry.
Shared that your
Um,
experiences in life inform your work, and then you gave us a little taste of where you go with the work. So that was very insightful. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Um, Thank you so much for joining us today, Kira, at Enlightened World Network. We're so grateful to be in community with you, and we just are so touched that you would take time to do this with us because that was a lovely, lovely breathwork session. And to all our listeners out there, thank you for joining us. We offer guided meditations every day on Facebook and YouTube, and we invite you to explore our other shows. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let us know how this inspired you. If you feel this meditation spoke to you, please share it with others. There might be someone in your circle who's waiting for just what we have to offer. Okay, thank you, everyone. We look forward to welcoming you back soon. Take care.